Today we are checking out this sling bag called the Inateck Sling Bag. It's a budget-friendly option available on Amazon, and they sent this to me to review. So just to get that out of the way, this is my true opinion, and I'm not going to hold back any punches. But there was a feature on here that really got me interested to check it out, and we'll get into that in just a second. But first, let's talk about the size of this thing. It is 13.4 by 5.9 by 3.1 inches, and it weighs 360 grams. That's the size of this thing. You can kind of tell there's something interesting going on here with the shape of it, and it's a pretty clever design. So let's just kind of look at that and get that out of the way. It really is basically two different pouches sewn together, and in between the two pouches is room for a water bottle, just like this. So that's actually pretty clever. On this end of that pocket, they have a mesh protector so that when you're wearing it, the water bottle doesn't fall out of the bottom. But that's pretty cool. It's a water bottle, or in this case, it's an umbrella. I don't happen to have a water bottle that's the right size for this test with me today, and we're traveling, so I'm in the Airbnb. I don't have, surprisingly, a water bottle that'll fit. Mine are all too big. But this pocket is pretty cool. It's a very innovative pocket, and that's the reason that I thought this sling was worth looking at. So that's what I did. I gave it a little test run, tested it out. My wife really likes it, and it's pretty clever. So let's look at some of these features on how this pocket works. When you want to store something in this pocket, you can loosen it up, and then you can slide an umbrella or a water bottle in there, and there you go. And you can kind of cinch it back down as needed. If you don't want to carry anything in there, then you can cinch it up like that, and it creates you can cinch this side too, it creates a much tighter, more normal looking pouch. So you can kind of see that this front part wraps around. And that pocket's still back there, but if you're not using it, you don't need it. And it's protected here, sewn. So you want to put something in there, you just kind of stretch that out. Same thing over here. It's pretty quick and easy. And then you stick your water bottle or umbrella in there. And then you can cinch it back down as tight as you want. There you go. And it's pretty solid in there. It's not going anywhere. In real world usage here, I realized that if you have a water bottle in here, it's actually taking up space for the internal pockets. So this puts pressure on the items inside the pockets. More evident here on this outside front pocket. You can kind of see as you look, there's this rounded thing where that's the umbrella. That's why it's rounded. And you can see I've got a few things in there that have kind of slid underneath. But they're still accessible, and it's not super tight. The bigger the water bottle, the more tight this area gets. So that's just something to be aware of. Overall, I like the thinking. I like the innovative design. I'm a big fan of water, carrying water around when I'm roaming. So it's really cool to see an innovative design like this, and I was intrigued. So let's toss the umbrella out. We don't need that now that we're done looking at that part. Here's just kind of a quick glance inside that pocket. All right, let's cinch that up a little bit. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about these materials. This is a material that they call it a glossy polyester, and to me it feels like a pleather type material. The good thing about this stuff is that it is water resistant and it's easy to clean. Dirt and stains and stuff should wipe right off, so it's pretty easy to clean and keeps the you're safe from a little bit of rain or some splashes. As far as durability of this material, it doesn't give me a ton of confidence. I don't have any issue, haven't had any issues with it yet, but I get the feeling that like you brush up against a sharp rock, or maybe you brush up against a rough brick wall or a concrete. I feel like this material could get easily torn or damaged. And then with materials like this, I've seen in the past, I have seen sometimes they're prone to a little bit of peeling or a little separation. I don't know if that's something to be concerned about with this bag, but I think it's something to be thinking about as you make your purchase. It's certainly not the same durability as something like a Cordura or a canvas or something. So just be aware. That's basically it. Just be aware. They do use high quality materials, like the zippers. These are YKK zippers. You can see they have little zipper pulls, and the label says Inateck. There's also a label there that says Inateck. But they're YKK zips. They got these little zipper pulls, and they use Duraflex hardware for the plastic shoulder strap pieces. It does have a buckle here on the shoulder strap. The shoulder strap is adjustable in length from between 29 inches and 48 inches. And we'll get into a little bit more about the shoulder strap in a little while, because there's some stuff to talk about with the shoulder strap. So from a looks perspective, on the exterior anyway, the looks, it's very stylish. It's got this angular thing going on. It's a very modern look. I feel like it's a very stylish sling. For me, it's not my particular style choice. It's a little too urban modern for me. I like a little bit more of a outdoorsy vibe. Not a knock against this bag. It's just stylistically not my favorite look. Although I think it does look good. I think my wife actually does like it. She thinks it looks really good. I don't know if you noticed or not, but the zipper pulls for this back, the big main pocket, have an orange highlight. So that's kind of a nice little spark of color. You could change it out if you wanted to, if you didn't like that, but that's pretty cool. Let's get into the inside, because I know that's what you're waiting on. Let's look at this front pocket first. And we look in here, we do see that it's got a key leash just built in, and you can throw my key fob on here. And it's just kind of, you get a little bit of space for whatever. I got a pen floating loose in here. But what you can see right here, this is actually a pocket, and it's just the right size for a passport. I don't know that I would put my passport in this pocket, just because of the location being on the exterior. It's the easiest one to get into. I wouldn't want my passport being that exposed if I'm traveling. I don't want it right there. I would, if I had it in my bag at all, it would be in this back pocket. It's more up against my body, so it's harder for somebody to get into it. But it's there. You could keep something, maybe a phone or something else in there if you got a smaller phone. But just basically an external stash pocket for chapstick or gum or receipts or your phone or something like that. But it stretches all the way across this front, and that's the only pocket on this section right here. But now let's look at this one, because this one is the main pocket, and it's got a lot of stuff available to us in here. All right, there we go. Look at all that organization. There's a lot of organization in here. In fact, what they say is there is 19 pockets / zones of storage in here, and I believe it because there's so much organization. So let's take a quick look at some of the stuff that fits in here. This is a moleskin notebook. The moleskin notebook is 5 inches by 8 1/4 inches, and that does fit. So if you have something that size, you can see that it does fit in there. It's got one of my portable batteries, and you can see that this pocket has some sort of a little dimensionality to that. And I don't own a Nintendo Switch, but I have seen the Nintendo Switch does fit in there, so that's a good thing if that's what you carry around. It's got these elastic hook bands for cables or earbuds or USB cables or whatever you want to store right there. Just another area right here for organization. Let's look at these pockets. So little stretchy mesh pockets. I just got a little bit of some non-Apple earbuds, ear things. Just a cable. So you know, another set of earbuds, wired earbuds in there. Just so stretchy, two stretchy pockets here, and that's two pockets here for more stuff. There's a zippered pocket right here for more security, and just in there I got a snack bar. But this is probably a better spot for something more secure. I think a passport in here might be a better option, but you can just kind of get a sense of all that beautiful organization in there. And it does have quite a bit of volume in there. So pretty good organization. On the back side here, it does have more organization. You can see, oh, I just got a wallet in there. But you can see it's got a spot for cards, which is kind of cool. If you use this a little bit more like a purse, you can quickly just zip it open, pull out the card you need, pay for your products, and get it back in here. So that's kind of cool. You can kind of see that that's all there is there, but just nice to, you can see there's a little bit of depth there. Stick that back in there, and it's nice. It's nice. This is a good spot for a phone as well. Put your phone in there. So there we go. That's the organization of this bag. Couple other things we haven't hit on yet, which is this right here, this smart feature. This is a reflective material. So when you're out at night and you're wearing this, you get a little bit of reflection, a little like headlights. When they hit this thing, it'll bounce off and show that, oh, there's somebody walking there. So that's actually pretty smart. I'm glad they included that. The key leash in the front pocket that's a nice to have. Let's talk about this straps, this buckle. We got to talk about this thing. So this is a smart way of doing it. It's quite a bit like the Peak Design style strap, but when you want to make an adjustment, you just lift that up and slide. You slide it and then lock it back down, and there you go. If you want to shorten the length, you can pull it and just lock it down, and that shortens the length. So it's nice that it's so quickly and easily adjustable. And then it's nice that there is this buckle, so you can quickly do it. You can throw it over your shoulder with the buckle attached, or you can undo it and throw it over your shoulder. So I like what they're thinking here with the strap design. I'm a big guy with a big barrel chest and some broad ass shoulders. And this strap is not long enough for me. Technically it's long enough, but for comfort reasons, I'd like it to be a fair bit longer. I'd like some extra length. When I wear this sling bag, it's just too high up on my chest and back. My particular copy of this bag has an issue with the buckle. When you pull on it, when you just put a little pressure on it, it does that. You can kind of see it doesn't hold properly. So I'm not doing anything particular except just, I'm just pulling it like there's some pressure being applied, and it loosens up. Now I haven't tried pulling it hard enough to actually undo it, but I know for sure that's not supposed to happen. And I'm not even putting that much pressure on it. It's just a little bit. And so as you walk around, that pressure is on there, and it ends up looking like that or like that. so that buckle is not straight across there. And it makes me worry about that maybe at some point this just pops off and disappears. And I'm gonna, for this video right now, I'm gonna try and give it a real hard push. And look, these are just my 2 fingers. I'm not doing anything particular, but I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a pretty solid pull, and I wanna see if I can actually get that to come all the way off. So here we go, a little bit of just a kind of a yank. So it didn't come loose, but you could see how much a little bit of pressure being pulled on that is causing that buckle to not, it doesn't give me a lot of confidence. So I think I got a faulty buckle on this. Your mileage, of course, could vary, and I'm sure if I reached out to Inateck, they would send me another bag, because I don't think this is what they want their bags to do. So hopefully that's just just an individual thing. But there you go. That's something to keep in mind. They do have a larger version of this bag that can hold an iPad Air. So if you want something a little bigger, that's an option too. But I hope that this video has been helpful as you consider your sling bag options, and hope you guys check out other videos on the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.